This message is for you and you alone, and I need you to understand that what is being revealed here is not something ordinary, not something you can treat like a casual word and move on. God says you are standing in the middle of a storm of love and secrecy, and your heart has been crying out for answers that nobody else has been able to give you. Don't try to skip this, don't push it away, because if you do, you will miss what heaven has been arranging for you behind the scenes. You have felt love in a deep way, so deep that it scares you sometimes, and you've also sensed the shadow of secrecy, like something is being kept from you. God is saying this is not your imagination. There is truth wrapped inside what feels like confusion, and today you are going to see it. God whispers to you that deep love is not a lie, it is real, it is alive, it is breathing inside your story. There is someone who loves you with a passion that burns beyond words, a passion that keeps them awake at night, a longing that keeps pulling them back toward you even when they try to resist. That is the deep love. But there is also a secret love, one hidden behind walls, hidden behind choices, hidden behind silence. And this secret has been pressing on your spirit, because you can feel its weight without anyone telling you. God says you have been carrying questions that make your chest heavy. Why do they hide it? Why do they not say it? Why do they not come fully into the light? Listen carefully. God is revealing that the deep love and the secret love are not separate enemies, but two sides of one reality. One side shows you the depth of their heart, the other shows you the chains they are caught in. You are not crazy for feeling both at once. You are not weak for still hoping. You are not blind for still loving. God says you are chosen to know this truth, because you are stronger than you think. You have prayed with tears no one else has seen. You have whispered in the dark, God, if they love me, why is it hidden? If this is real, why do I feel pain with it? And heaven heard you. That's why this message is here. God says the reason is not because you are unworthy, not because you are unloved, not because you are forgotten. The reason is because the one who loves you is fighting a battle between their soul and their fear. They hide because they are afraid of what truth will cost. They love because their heart cannot stop reaching for you. And you, yes, you, are caught in between, carrying the ache of waiting. But God says don't give up. Don't let the secret love convince you that it's all darkness. The secret is only temporary, the deep love is eternal. Right now, the enemy wants you to believe that hidden love means weak love. That silence means absence. That delay means rejection. But God is begging you, don't believe that lie. The hidden does not cancel the real. The silence does not erase the heartbeat. The delay does not destroy the destiny. What God has tied to your soul will not be broken by human fear. You are wondering when this will shift, when the secret will break open into the light. God says it is closer than you think. There is a day appointed, there is a moment already in motion. The person who hides their love will not be able to hide forever, because what God places in a heart cannot be erased. That secret love will rise, because truth has more power than fear. But listen, God warns you not to destroy yourself in the waiting. You have been putting yourself last, bending your spirit, and hurting in silence. God says no more. You are loved too much to be crushed by someone else's delay. Stand up, even in the waiting. Breathe, even in the longing. You are not invisible, and your worth is not hidden. Heaven sees you, heaven fights for you, heaven holds your heart in its hands. You must know this, God has been protecting you. You think sometimes, why am I in this in-between place? Why don't I have clarity? God says the waiting is protection. If the secret came out too soon, it would break under pressure. If the truth came before the heart was ready, it would collapse in fear. But now the timing is aligning, the hearts are shifting, the walls are trembling. This is not just about love between you and another. This is about God showing you that you are chosen, not abandoned, that you are worth truth, not just secrecy. The enemy whispers to you, they don't love you. It's all in your head. But God screams louder, they do love you, deeply, desperately, but they are weak. I am the strength in this story. Trust me, not their fear. God says you will see proof, you will see a sign, you will know it's real. Don't think this is just words, heaven is marking your days. You will notice strange things, unexpected movements, sudden messages, little confirmations that feel like coincidence but are not. These are God's signals, heaven's fingerprints, showing you that what is hidden is alive, what is secret is about to break forth. The one who has been hiding their heart will not be able to resist forever, because truth burns hotter than silence. God says, hold on. Don't skip this moment, don't ignore this message. It's dangerous for you if you walk away blind, because you will fall into despair that was never meant for you. But if you hold on, if you believe what heaven is saying, you will see the secret become open, the hidden become revealed, the deep love become unstoppable. And when it happens, you will not just see their love, you will see God's love even more. Because God is saying, I am not only giving you their heart, I am showing you my heart. This deep love is a mirror of God's own passion for you, and the secret love is a shadow of how many times God loved you in silence while you didn't notice. What is happening in your love story is also happening in your soul story. You are being pulled into something sacred. Don't throw it away. Don't let bitterness choke it. Don't let fear erase it. You are chosen, you are loved, you are not forgotten. This is God's voice saying, stay. Trust. Believe. Watch what I will do. This is not over. This is only the beginning. This is for you alone. Don't try to skip this. Don't tell this to anyone. God says listen with every part of you that has been wounded, because what is about to be spoken will stitch places inside you that have been torn open by waiting and doubt. God says, I see the exact way your heart folds when you think of them. I know the little rituals you have, how you check your phone one more time, how you rehearse 1,000 conversations only to put them away like a secret letter. I know the nights you opened their messages and read them again as if meaning could be found in repetition. Stop calling that weakness. Heaven calls it faith. Stop calling that foolishness. Heaven calls it proof. Your tenderness is not a liability, it is the channel through which love learns to be brave. You have been asking, what if I'm wrong? What if this is only my desire? God answers plainly, your desire is not a lie. Desire is the echo of what I placed in you. When I put a longing in a soul, it is not random, it is a summons. Sometimes the summons is delayed because the story needs certain threads to be woven first, threads of healing, threads of truth, threads of courage. But the summons remains. Your longing is a holy map pointing to what is meant for you. Do not let fear translate what is temporary into something eternal. You are afraid of being embarrassed, of being rejected, of discovering that your deepest hope was only a mirage. God understands. He does not shame you for fear. He says instead, use your fear as an indicator, not as a judge. If you are afraid, that means there is something worth guarding, something valuable enough to trigger your alarm. Protect what is true, do not bury it. God says to the one who loves you secretly, your silence will cost you more than your truth ever would. He speaks to that heart right now and says, you cannot hold this and expect peace. The thing you hide will rot inside you unless you bring it into light. God is not condemning, He is pleading. He wants freedom for both of you, the freedom that comes when truth is chosen over shame, when courage is chosen over convenience. If you are in that place of hiding, this is the moment to decide, will you continue to protect your fear, or will you risk being honest for the sake of love? And to you, who has been waiting, God says, prepare a gentle courage. Prepare a dignity that does not claw or demand, but that stands in the power of self-respect. When the door opens, do not rush to take back every hurt without first claiming your peace. You will need the softness to forgive, yes, but also the firmness to know you will accept only what honors you. Do not exchange your worth for crumbs of attention. God says, you are worth a feast. Heaven is moving in small, undeniable ways. You will notice it in things that feel like nudges. A song will arrive in your ear that matches a truth in your chest. A line from a book, a passing stranger's smile, a sunrise that feels different, these are not accidents. God is arranging confirmations so that your heart will not be thrown by every gust of doubt. Keep a quiet journal of these moments. Write them down. When the storm makes you forget, those written marks will show you that you were not imagining the pattern, you were being guided. There will also be tests. Not so that you will fail, but so that you will be trained. The tests may come as delays, as other people's opinions, as your own tiredness. They will ask of you, will you believe less when things take longer? Will you love less when it costs more? God says, each test is a teacher. Pass them not by clinging harder, but by staying steady, by choosing daily to live as someone who deserves the light, even when darkness lingers. If betrayal comes, listen, if betrayal comes, God will meet you in that ruin. He will be the first to hold your broken pieces and the last to walk away. But know also this, many times what feels like betrayal is actually the surfacing of a fear that was never about you. People betray themselves before they betray those they love. When that happens, God will ask you to act with clarity, to remove what harms you, to speak what must be spoken, and to leave space for healing. Your kindness should not be the cover for someone else's avoidance. God says a new boundary must be carved inside you. It is not a prison. It is a protection. It will keep the good things in and the poisonous things out. This boundary will be built from 3 pillars: truth, self-respect, and patience. Truth to name what is happening. Self-respect to refuse what diminishes you. Patience to let what is genuine arrive in its time. Lean into these pillars. Let them become the posture of your heart. You are not alone in this. There are allies, people you have yet to recognize who will appear like anchors. They won't fix everything, but they will help you keep your feet on the ground when your world rocks. Some allies will be fierce and say the hard things. Some will be tender and offer a place to rest. God says, receive them. Do not bear everything alone. There is also forgiveness to prepare for, and not just toward them but toward yourself. You may have done things to gain attention, to test loyalty, to punish silence. God forgives you. He asks you to forgive yourself, not to excuse poor choices, but to stop living as if those choices define your future. Cleanse the heart with truth. I was human, I erred, I can do differently. From that cleansed place, loving again will not make you weak, it will make you wise. This is for your ears alone. Don't skim. Don't let the flicker of distraction steal this from you. God says, come closer with the part of you that still remembers how to hope, and listen like someone being told a secret that will reroute a life. There is a sacred clarity arriving that will not announce itself with fanfare. It will come as a quiet unwinding inside your chest, a subtle permission to stop pretending the ache is normal. God says, when that unwinding happens, honor it. Let the loosened places breathe. This is not the end of feeling, it is the beginning of feeling that is governed by wisdom rather than hunger. You have asked, how will I know when to trust again? When is it safe? God answers, you will know by peace, not by urgency. True returns are marked by calm, by a tenderness that carries accountability, by eyes that do not look away when you speak. If the encounter comes wrapped in excuses, hurry, or pressure, reject it. God says, love that asks you to rush is suspect. Love that invites patience with clarity is credible. There will be a conversation that matters. It is coming, and it will not be like the others. It will be short, but it will cut through years of ambiguity. In that conversation, the quietest sentence will be the most revealing. Pay attention to small phrases. I'm learning, I was scared, I didn't know how to tell you, I choose to be honest now. Words like these are not perfect, but they are truthful. God says, do not demand a flawless speech. Demand consistent behavior. You are allowed to set terms for healing. Healing is not a passive miracle that happens to you while you remain unchanged. It requires boundaries, rituals, and time. Insist on honesty for 30 days. Ask for tangible demonstration, no grand theatrical promises, but small, repeated proofs. A pattern is revealed in repetition. God says, look for repetition, not jolts. A heart that has been secretive will either learn to be steady or it will return to old habits. Let repetition be your compass. There will be moments of fear disguised as logic. You will tell yourself things like, maybe I imagined it, or maybe I'm making too much of this. God is tender but firm. Do not allow your inner critic to be the decider. Your instincts are part of the language heaven gave you. Learn to read them alongside reason. When both point toward protection, take protection. When both point toward risk, take risk, but informed risk. God is preparing you for reconnection or release. Both are holy. If reconnection comes, let it be slow, ceremonial even. Celebrate small milestones, a week of consistent honesty, a month of follow-through, a season of clarity. Make these milestones matter, mark them. If release is what comes, treat it as a sacrament too. Let it be clean, no sneaking, no bitterness, no bargaining. Release can be an altar where you leave the parts of the story that were never yours to carry. There will be days you regress, this is human. On those days, return to the list you wrote when you were clear. Read it aloud like a prayer. Remember why you refused to accept crumbs. Remember the picture of the life you are building. God is not asking you to be unfeeling, He is asking you to be faithful to the worth He placed in you. Listen, there is a deep unspoken mercy for the one who was secret. God does not desire to punish, He desires transformation. If they come to light and they are willing to change, offer them the chance to be transformed, but not at the cost of your boundaries. Transformation must have witness, accountability, and time. Ask for those things plainly. If they balk, the offering is incomplete. You will be tempted to explain everything to everyone. Do not. Some people will demand your story for their entertainment, others will judge from a distance. Share with the few who have proven tenderness and discretion. Let your inner circle be small and wise. Guard the sacredness of your story so it does not become a weapon in untrustworthy hands. God gives you a promise now, there will come a season where your heart is not a question mark. In that season, you will not have to perform your worth. You will sit quietly and be seen. You will not have to prove you're deserving, it will be evident in the way someone arranges their life around you. That season is nearer than your fears tell you. Finally, God whispers, do not make your life wait on a single answer. Continue to build, to work, to laugh, to plant and water your small fields. Love may come through one door, but blessings come through many doors. Tend them all. While you wait for this truth to resolve, become so luminous with your own life that any love that walks toward you must step into that light or be exposed for what it is. Hold this with courage. Hold it with gentleness. And when it is time, both your yes and your no will be beautiful because they will be chosen from a place of dignity. God says, keep your heart brave. Keep your standards high. Keep your prayers honest. God says, you have been living in a war between silence and longing. One part of you wants to believe the deep love is enough. Another part aches because of the secrecy, the shadows, the hiding. That tension has made you feel torn in half, like you cannot breathe freely. But I tell you this truth, you are not split in half. You are whole. It is not you who is divided. It is them. It is the person who loves you but hides you, the one who whispers in their heart but cannot yet declare in their life. Do not absorb their fracture as your own. Their battle is not proof of your insufficiency. Their shadow does not stain your light. You ask, but why do I feel so bound to them if they can't stand in the open with me? God answers, because your spirit recognizes what is true. The love is real, the tie is divine, but the expression is broken. That's why it hurts. That's why you feel like you're choking on something that should be air. Deep love is flowing, but secret love is blocking the stream. And God says, soon, very soon, what is blocked will either break open or break away. There is no middle. The time of half-light is ending. Don't confuse delay with denial. Don't confuse secrecy with absence. But don't excuse it either. God says, I will reveal. I will bring forth what has been hidden. I will show you whether this love can stand or whether it must fall. You have begged for clarity, and heaven has written it into your path. Expect something you cannot mistake, an act, a confession, a shift so sharp it pierces through the fog. It will not be vague. It will not be guesswork. You will know. And when you know, act. But hear this warning, don't collapse in desperation. When the truth breaks open, whether it's a step toward you or away, your worth cannot move. Do not beg. Do not shrink. Do not barter. God says, stand in the dignity of one who is already chosen. Because you are. By heaven. By the one who made you. You were chosen before they even realized your name. Your value does not wait for their declaration. God also says, prepare your heart for both mercy and judgment. Mercy, because love, when revealed, carries brokenness too. Judgment, because not everything spoken deserves your acceptance. You must weigh the words against the patterns. Do not be seduced by speeches. Watch for alignment. Heaven is giving you sharper eyes to see whether love is truly maturing or only disguising itself in apology. Do not be fooled. And you ask, but God, what if they never come fully? What if the secret wins? Then God says, I will still restore you. I will still bless you. I will still bring you love that is light, not shadow. You will not be left holding emptiness. The loss of secrecy is not the loss of love. It is the removal of counterfeit so that the genuine can live. Trust me, says the Lord, I will not let your heart rot in silence. Something else, God says, I am already softening their heart. Even when they resist, even when they distract themselves, even when they pretend indifference, I am stirring them. They cannot escape the pull. This is why you feel them in your spirit even when you're apart. But this stirring must be met with their choice. I will not force. Love cannot be born from chains. That's why you must prepare. If they choose fear, you must still choose freedom. If they choose courage, you must be ready to receive. God begs you, don't throw away your life waiting with no boundaries. Live. Build. Walk in your calling. Love yourself fiercely in the meantime. Because the more alive you become, the clearer the decision will be. A secret love cannot survive in a life blazing with truth. Either it will step up, or it will step back. And both outcomes are rescue. Don't forget that. Rescue isn't always keeping. Rescue is sometimes releasing. Your soul is being trained right now. That's why it feels like fire. You are being forged for a love that is whole, not half. Every ache is hammering away the lie that you are meant for secrecy. Every tear is softening you for compassion but hardening you against crumbs. You are becoming the version of you that cannot be hidden, that will not accept shadows, that knows their worth so deeply the world must respond. This is the moment. This is the season. Don't let your heart faint. Don't drop this message. Don't skip. God says, keep holding on. The unveiling is closer than your breath. The secret cannot stay secret forever. It will break. It must break. And when it does, heaven will stand with you in whatever choice is demanded.